I need some water. I need this. Oh, woosa. Woosa.
You
How you
sound
doing?
like me.
Let the world hear you.
No one
People are
wants to hear
sick
my
of me.
croakiness.
Trust me.
Oh man. Yep. Hey all. Hi universe. Hi world. Croaky Steve is back. Right from the top. Let me apologize. There will be coughing. There will be loss of voice. Just bear with me.
Even by Steve.
Yeah. Quite. Yeah, that's just each. I don't feel too bad in myself. Last week it was just a non-starter, but this week within myself I feel okay. Just coughing a bit, and as I say, my voice has all but gone, which is going to be interesting because I'm in court tomorrow.
Oh
So
boy,
that'll be all kinds of fun. I think it might just devolve into a Love Actually style, write the pause. Not guilty because,
yeah,
so,
you can't have a stand-in voice actor.
No, which is a shame. Or
that would be great because I'd be like, all right, put it all on business, fly me over. I'd be happy to be like, so what my associate would like to say,
Your Honor,
and then you'd be sitting there going, that's not what I meant. I'm like, no, I got this, Steve. Trust me. I'm gonna wing this one.
Just stand up and shout objection, Your Honor, which we don't do here.
Well, remember they did that on Big Bang Theory because what's his name? Raj couldn't talk to women.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, he stands outside. And Howard would always have to like, oh, yeah. He says he likes to stand outside your apartment and watch in the window. And he says he's not going to stop. And he's like, I didn't say that. But he couldn't say anything.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Well, there might be some of that tomorrow.
That's great.
It wouldn't be the first time. I did a hearing a few years ago where I literally, no voice. A client was paying privately for me to represent him, and he wanted the case dealt with, and I had to travel 2 hours to get to this court. I had conjunctivitis, like pink eye type, red eyes, like a vampire, no voice whatsoever, and it was a sentencing hearing. And literally, I typed it out, and I emailed it to the magistrates, to the bench, and I just said, please, 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 read that, and just. If you've got questions, I'll answer them as best I can. And they were lovely, understood the problem, and were like, yep, no, we'll just go along with what you've said, Mr. George. So yeah, there might be some of that tomorrow. We will see, but hopefully not.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, just do bear with me, everyone, and apologies. My dulcet tones hopefully will, return at some point, but just not yet.
There you go. Yeah. Well, hey, glad to have you back. I mean, nobody is happier you're back than me.
I did not like letting you down last week.
No, you didn't let me down. Hey, Steve, we all get sick. I get it. I understand. We've missed shows because of stuff that I have going on. I get it. And I did the show and but it's so awesome to have you back. I mean, it was fun last week. It was fun. Thank you to everybody that reached out afterwards. I had a lot of compliments from people, even in the chat. People, oh, thank you, doing great. You did great. And I told some of the people, I was like, yeah, it was fun, but it was nerve wracking. And it is. It's like, because it's one thing when I used to do the show by myself, it wasn't live. So like, I'd be like, I just, if there was a gap or I forgot what I was saying or I said it wrong, I could just edit it. Right. And I'd take out the gaps, but I do have this feeling of like when there's dead air or I'm like, oh, that's when you start to get nervous. And it's like, I even said it as much at the end of the show where I was like, I can't take a sip of water. And that's to say that I'm not used to it. I would definitely get used to it. And just like anything else, like part of doing this, it's not being afraid to make the mistakes. Right. Because like not being afraid to be wrong, not being afraid to have a bad opinion or different opinion than somebody else's. Right. Well, it would be the same as doing the show by yourself all the time. And it's like, I just get used to it. There's dead air. right? You just be like,
Yeah.
hey, people understand, and people, it's like, oh, okay. And be like, oh, and I would relax. And then when you relax, the flow would pick up from there. And
Yeah.
I didn't think it, I mean, at first it was like 20 minutes in, I was like, oh my God, it's only been 20 minutes. And I was getting nervous because I'm like, what if I don't get that? Because some of what I do is most of what I do is off the cuff. Like I'll have an idea, and I've done Takeover Tuesdays by myself where I'll have an idea and I've said it. I'll be like, here's the idea I started with, never mentioned it, and just went off and then just did like an hour by myself. No edits, no nothing. And it was great. Well, what happens if you don't get that tangent that takes you onto something that is, and it's got to be topical. You just don't want to be like, well, the Sahara Desert, is it really that dry? No, it's like, you got to stay on topic, but yeah. So I was nervous at some of it. Like I was getting nervous about, dead air, stuff like that, or being repetitive. That's nothing worse
being
than
repetitive. Being repetitive?
Yeah,
surely not.
Exactly. I just don't want to be repetitious and repetitive. So.
Well, it's important you don't get repetitive
or repetitious,
or repetitivized.
Yeah, or go round and round. Stuff like that.
It was a thesaurus when you need it.
Yeah.
But but you don't. I mean, how would that have been back in the day when we first went live? If John and I had said, "Look, we can't do it," that would have been way worse. Whereas now.
Well, we wouldn't have gone live. I'm not going to force you.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like kind of now you're kind of, we can just kind of relax into it. I mean, like, I get the nerves, but we're so used to just being able to talk. And also, and I'm sure those in the chat will take this the right way. They are our safety blanket because you can just go to them and say, guys, tell us this, what do you think about that? And they will respond.
Yeah.
Whereas in the old days, when we went live and we had, 7 people or less, it was then more difficult. Whereas now you can just kind of do that, and it can be loosey-goosey, and it's doable. It's not ideal, but it is doable. And you showed it, you proved it last week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it was great. It was like, I can't remember who said it in the chat, but like I'm probably halfway through, 40 minutes through, and into it, I mean, and somebody in the chat is like, I could listen to DJ read the dictionary or whatever. And you're like, when you see stuff like that, it is encouraging. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, like, all right, if I got a dictionary. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what we do is appreciated. And when it's difficult, that's what kind of gets you through, it's like, you're like, hey, they know I'm trying, they know I'm doing the best I can here. And that's what's really kind of cool, is that it's the appreciation, the trust, like, hey, hey, you put it on every week, and it's, you know what you're getting, and we're doing our best. So, and I mean, it was fun. I'll definitely do it again. You said after this, you said even here, you're like, oh yeah, well, it's like, if you can't go, I'll just go on without you. No, I'm not right now. It's like, but yeah. So, but
we should be okay. We should be okay. But as I said, I'm in that weird thing at the moment where when I open my mouth, I don't know whether my voice is going to come out or not.
Yeah.
So we'll just take it bit by bit and see where we go.
Yeah.
But there we go.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. So we got a little bit delayed because, as you can see, knee eyeballs deep into the Olympics, and especially USA hockey and USA women's just got the gold in overtime over Canada. I didn't get to see the game. Ara actually texted me a clip of the game-winning goal, and I was talking to you, and I was like, oh my God, whatever. So I was really excited about that. You and I had to look up to verify it. I didn't know exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yesterday was USA. Sweden yesterday, and they were up 1-0 with like 1:30 left, and Sweden ties it. It's like, oh my God. I'm like just sick to my stomach. I was like, oh, it's like you would think it's like, I've got money on the line, or like a life on the line with this stuff, because I get that invested in it. And then they won in overtime. I'm all by myself, and I'm like, yes, yes. I'm like dancing around, like, whoa, I'm like getting a little misty eyed. I'm like, thank God they won. All by myself.
So that's why you watched the movie behind you then.
Yeah, not just that. There's more, but yeah, that movie there. It's like, yeah, love that movie. Love that movie about. I mean, there's so much stuff. I coached for years and years and years, and I was just, oh my God, I was just telling somebody the other day about one of the things I have my kids do, and when I was a coach, I used to tell them, I'm like, all I ask is you do what I say. Trust me, I'll never make you look stupid. Do what I tell you to do, and you're going to be fine as a coach, right? I said the same thing to the parents, right? And they're like, at times they don't get. I'm like, look, if I told you to go out there and cluck like a chicken, I expect you to go out there and cluck like a chicken because I got a damn good reason for it, right? And so one game before the game, I go, look, national anthem's going to play. You're going to line up on the blue line. I don't want to see a single player move. And they're like, really? I was like, yeah. And kids like to do what the pros do. They'll shimmy their skates. They'll tap their stick. They'll do this thing. And I got a video of it. Not a single kid moved. And it is weird looking. And I got the idea from my buddy that this kid, my buddy Keith, he played at Catholic Memorial, which is a big school here for hockey. And that's what his coach, Catholic Memorial did not move. It's discipline. And if you can get the kid, it's the sign of discipline. And I told the kids after the game, I think right at the end, you see one kid tap his stick, just a little out of habit. You see it stick go, and that's it. But right down the line, you see no kid moving. And it's like, and that's the idea. It's the discipline. It's the team oriented and stuff like that. And we'll talk about that one later, but it's so much fun. And then watching this now, watching the Olympics, and it's like, I just get so invested. But it's going to be so much fun.
It's kind of taken over this house the last couple of weeks. I mean, today was my first day back at work for a week and a bit from teaching, assessing, and then I had a few days booked off. So yeah, we've been watching loads of it as well, I have to say. And as I said, Team GB have just gone through to the final of the curling, so that's good news.
Oh yeah, that every 4 years that somehow becomes like the most legitimate sport in the world.
Well, I was talking to someone earlier. Now tell me this, what do you think? Do you think, like, if you're a professional curler, is your kitchen floor always sparkling
spotless clean? Yeah.
And I'm assuming
no.
If you're
they're done. They get home. That's the last thing they want to do.
Oh man, surely not. You can't imagine that if you're in the men's team and you get back, there is no way your other half is saying, don't worry, love, I'll clean the kitchen floor. Surely they're like, it's your job. Get out there and do it.
Not unless you're trying to slide the dog across it.
Well, however you get them out the door.
It's like they say that about, like, look at a mechanic. He drives the crappy car. You see, the carpenter that nothing's done at his house. It's all of that stuff because when they get home, that's the last thing they want to do. Same with the car painter. It's like, I'll get to it later. I did this all day. Yeah.
No, man, I think there's no excuse. I think, you can do it and it'll take you only 5 minutes. Get out there and clean. Yeah. That's just how I imagine it.
Yeah. 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 Look at my t-shirt, my sweatshirt too.
Yeah, man. Nice. Yeah.
Snoopy USA Hockey. Yeah, I saw that.
If Snoopy's friend is Woodstock, who are the other two?
Woodstock's he has little ones around him.
Have they got names?
Little baby. I don't think so. I don't know. No, it's Snoopy.
And what kind of dog is Snoopy?
Beagle. There you go. Legal beagle.
Oh, fair play to him.
There you go. Yep. That was my first dog too. He was mostly Beagle Terrier, but mostly Beagle.
God, now that's an unruly dog.
A Beagle and a Terrier? Oh,
yeah,
she was not. Daisy was not an unruly dog. She was awesome.
Man, Beagles are famous to be. I mean, Rachel will tell us because she's got a Beagle called Jacob. But they are famously unruly dogs and just disappear. Now a Terrier mix as well. That kind of, because they're both working dogs, aren't they? I would have thought that would be you only see it when it comes back to eat. And then that and brings you a rat every time. Oh
yeah. Daisy would bring back animals. I told you about the time I saw her grab one out of the air. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But hey, I mean, but in the house, she was great. She was great.
Okay, man. I mean, they famously howl as well, don't they, Beagles? which is
She
not
did.
good for
Daisy
the
didn't.
neighbors.
Daisy didn't.
Okay.
Huskies. No, that's a little touchy right now. But
Talking
huskies,
of dogs, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
did you see the dog at the Winter Olympics? The wolf.
No.
The wolf. Oh God, what was it? What breed was it? It's a weird. It's like a wolf dog,
Oh yeah.
and
No, I didn't.
it just escaped, and it came running down the.
Was it part of the? Do they have the?
They
Do
don't
they
have
do
dog
any
racing
kind
or
of
anything.
dog racing with it?
Yeah, no, I don't think in the Olympics, but one got out
Yeah.
anyway and went running down the biathlon thing, came running down and went over the finish line, and it was called.
Oh, they found
God, it is Isildur, I think it was called.
Isildur.
So obviously,
Isildur, yeah, from
like
Lord of the Rings.
So of course, someone on Twitter, some clever chap on Twitter said, "Typical. It would be Isildur that would feature in something which has 5 rings." No, fair play. What a great joke. It's not mine, it's theirs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came running down the thing there.
That's cool.
Like a wolf dog or something.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Wolves. Yeah.
Wolf dog, something like that. But yeah,
That's
very
what
cool.
people say that when they see a husky, like Romy was red, she's red, and they're like, she looks like a wolf. It's like, you've never seen a wolf if you think that's what a wolf looks like.
Well, do you know, have I said that to you? And this will link into something we're going to talk about later. Have I I think I might have said this before on the show, and forgive me if I have. So I always thought in movies, when you see a wolf, or indeed even on TV, when you see a wolf, they never look threatening. Like whenever I see one,
because dogs aren't threatening to us.
Well, this is the thing. So you see a wolf on TV, and when I've seen them on nature shows and movies, other than werewolves, obviously, but when they're normal wolves, it's like they just look like big dogs. And I remember thinking, oh well, they're not that threatening, and so only a pack of them would be a problem. I would have thought looking at it. However, about 18 months, 2 years or so ago, I went to a local wildlife park where they've just put in a big, huge enclosure. And in this enclosure, there are Eurasian wolves. And they've got one particular one is a male. And as we it's like a raised platform, and you stood there and you kind of look down into it. And this male wolf, fully grown Eurasian wolf, came walking out of the undergrowth. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's a threat. Yeah. This thing was ginormous.
Yeah, they're huge.
And it was huge, just like, okay, fine. Yeah, all right, that must be what they mean. Because you would not want to mess with one.
No. Oh, God, no. No, wolves are huge.
Huge.
Typical wolves are over like 100 pounds. They're just pure muscle, but they're furry and big, which makes it even bigger. Like a husky, like Romy was, 50 pounds? Almost 60 pounds. But when you looked at her, she looked even bigger, but it was mostly fluff. Now, double that and add the fluff, and that's like a wolf. And they're, they're just enormous. Coyotes are tiny. They're small.
Those are your kind of scavenger dogs. I mean, I've seen those in Yosemite.
Same with foxes. Foxes are really small. That fox is a little bigger than a cat. We get them around here. They're running around the neighborhood all the time.
Yeah, we get them plenty of times. I see them here at 3 o'clock in the morning going to the police stations.
Yeah. Yeah, like Larissa has a little dog. She's like Bella, this little tiny like purse dog. And she always worries about the foxes getting her. And I'm like, I don't think a fox even would take her, especially with the other dogs in this house. They won't even foxes will skirt this property because they're afraid of they'll see the other dogs and remember that. And to go after Bella would be crazy because they're almost the same size. A fox is a little bigger, but they want, most animals don't go after something equal in size. They want an easy kill. They don't want to be like, they're not looking for a challenge. They're not humans like us. No,
but they are persistent.
Yes.
Like they will break in. I mean, there's a farmer that we know locally who's got, is forever, like something out of a cartoon, he's forever battling foxes. And he's known them chew through, quadruple strength chicken wire, burrow under 3-4 feet. They will keep going. But they're not big. But this wolf was absolutely huge. And as I said, it just suddenly makes you think, okay, I respect where that animal's coming from, and I wouldn't want to mess with even one, let alone a pack of them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
crazy.
There we go. But anyway, there was a dog at the Olympics anyway.
I was just going to make a joke. A completely inappropriate joke.
No, well, I'll make an appropriate one. It's funny we talk about dogs. I'm feeling quite rough.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
There you
All
go.
right.
Got it in. Got it in.
Oh,
I took the lead.
there
Actually,
you
you call them leashes. It's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a leash,
Yeah.
a lead, whatever.
Yeah, lead.
Ah.
Lead's what we call them here.
Yep. So, all right.
All right.
Are we
Go on,
ready?
let's start the show, Deej. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
All right. Let's find it. Where is it? I always there. Okay.
We are Brightside Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds. Welcome to the Bright Side Home Theater Podcast, the multi-award winning and giving and receiving home theater podcast that's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds.
Croak. Sorry, the scenes.
I was gonna say, I got my finger on the button. I can fill in for you.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
The scenes.
There it is.
That's what I want to sound like again.
Yeah, that's what we have to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully,
Yep.
hopefully.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
just opened up the folder for us. I'm like, yeah, we got some stuff to talk about, most of which I know.
It's all gold tonight, Deej.
Ah.
Another Olympic reference.
Yeah.
It's all gold tonight.
Yeah.
All
No, well, I'm sure
gold
we'll pull a
all the
bronze
time.
out of this somehow.
Oh, man. No.
Really?
I'm going for all gold. Everything is triple
Yeah.
A awesome tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not messing around.
Oh,
I'm
my
not risking
God.
my voice for anything less than awesome.
There we go. Yeah. I've only, it's funny. I thought I only had a few, but I do have, let's see. Yeah. I've got one that matches up with you. I have one that people are dying to hear about. And then I have my two that I'd like to, that we already referenced a little bit here. So, but yeah. Yeah.
I've got 14. Are we going to get through them?
No. One I was going to actually, let me see, where did it go? The one I was going to say, could we wait? You just watched, I think. It's not even here, is it?
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. If it's the 4.5 hour one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
well,
going to,
I
all
haven't
right,
finished
well,
it.
let's
I haven't
wait
finished
on
it.
that because is it worth grabbing?
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was on. It's not physical. This is
It
digital.
is for me.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is
Yeah.
different and
Oh, cool.
noticeably so.
Okay.
And also, what I'm looking forward to at the end is finding a certain person in the credits that we know.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
going to go through all the credits and find it.
Yeah. Nice.
So
All right.
Mm.
Cool. Yeah. So, I will, that's a big one, but I will effort
it's an
to
investment.
get that one done, or maybe Tuesday. That is 4.5 hours. Anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, well, look it up.
Yeah.
And if you
Sure,
do,
no problem.
all the
don't say
T's
anything.
for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, that one can wait. But I've got gold all over the place.
yeah.
But
But
also, I had some. I had a nice tweet this week from a certain Todd Anderson.
Oh,
He is,
okay.
coming to London in March.
I heard. Yes, I did hear. I
Yeah,
heard
so
privately. Yeah, I was excited for
hopefully-
this.
Yeah, hopefully going to meet up. And
Yeah.
Deej, I'm going to lean on him and see if I can get him to bring me some discs.
Yeah, well, yeah, get your order in. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure. I'm sure he will oblige. I mean, he
Yeah,
did
oh,
send
yeah,
you a crap load of candy.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
it would have been
Yeah.
cheaper to fly over and hand it to you.
One at a time.
Yeah,
Would have still been cheaper. Yeah,
yeah.
man.
But yeah,
No. So he's coming to London next month.
yeah, he's
so,
excited for it too. He was
yeah, pray-
saying,
praying
it's
I
like
can
hopefully
come along and see
things
him.
interact. Yeah, things line up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Um,
he'll make every effort. We were joking it was a couple weeks ago. I don't know what it was. We were busting on each other, and he's like, "That's it. You're dead to me." Whatever it was, right? This is all through text. And I was gonna go in my reply, and I don't even think I put it out because I didn't want to put it in writing, but I could say it here, and he'll hear it in my voice. I'm like, how's that any different than now? What are you gonna give me 10 minutes next year, Cedia? Like the guy's so busy, and it's like you're dead to me. Okay.
What's changed?
Yeah. He is so busy, but
but hopefully we're gonna meet because we nearly did last time, but then his schedule changed and it was almost 2 days later. He was like, Steve, man, we could have done it, but so hopefully this time, that'll be very cool. It'd be nice to meet him.
Yeah.
You need to come over with him, Deej. Ask him if he needs some
I know.
bags.
He told me, it's not even if I could afford to go there. I don't have the time because then there's the time away. The time I'm not working. The time in this, I'm dying to. Trust me, I'm dying to. I'm afraid if I leave the country, I might not come back.
Well, the problem is, you see, I'm not going to be allowed in that, over there for the next at least 3 years. Not with my social media feeds. So, this is how we can get
every now and then I see them and I'm like, oh, here he goes.
Oh man, wow, this is it. Yeah, that's it. Just daring to get locked up.
There he goes.
But no. So, but hopefully, we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
That will be. Yeah, it'll be nice to.
Can't wait to hear about it.
To meet him. Yeah, it'll be great. Yeah. The only problem is he is so busy. Otherwise, it would have been all kinds of fun to have found a quiet room and then done a podcast.
Yeah.
With him, for this site. How cool would that have been?
Yeah.
No, he's not going to have that time, but it would have been. How awesome would that have been?
I know. Yeah, he would. Yeah, I mean, he's like a unicorn. He's lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones that can say I met him.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Twice.
So, even for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But sounds cool. Oh man. Right. So everyone in the chat, you're all there. You know who you are. Moving on. No.
Yeah.
Saving my voice.
Yeah, the chat's going pretty good. I know my Twitter's down for some reason. They said Twitter is having issues today for some reason, so our numbers are going to be a little lower.
Numbers. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll quickly say hi to everyone then. So, Steve At's in, Jay Van Goodwall's in, hey Jay, Paul Hertz in, hey Paul.
What's up, Paul?
Dominic's in, bonsoir Dom. Jordan's in, hey Jordan. Michael Piantadosi's in. I'm sure I say that wrong every time.
Yeah.
So who else we got? Rach is in. Hey, Rach. Obviously, we know TSG's in. Local boy, buddy. I said Paul Hurt, didn't I? If not, Paul's in. John Mansour's in. Ilahu Diaz is in. Saying hello. Saying hope I recover well. Muchas gracias. I hope so too.
Go
See, blind guy says at least I don't have to suffer through GJ just talking.
Yeah, there you go.
Charming. Scruffy's in.
Hi, blind guy. Big
two
wave
fingers,
to you.
Teach, 2 fingers. Hey, Scruffy.
Oh boy.
So AC is in. Hey, buddy.
2 fingers, Teach.
2 fingers.
Oh my God.
Oh, just in.
I had a joke. Should I do it? I don't know. It's inappropriate.
Do you want to do it? Are we going to get into trouble if we're not? Do it.
I can't. All right. This is how inappropriate I am. This is Irish humor. I'm very sorry if I offend anybody, going into this, but just to be fair and that we're equal opportunity and making fun of everybody, I'll wave at blind guy every week. So next moment I like to take is to all our deaf listeners out there. And there we go. Okay. So.
Oh man, it's
how many people did we lose?
Plenty.
Oh boy. So
good man.
All right.
There we go.
So I thought it was only fair.
So, yes.
I didn't want the deaf audience to go unrecognized. So
it's
important. And to be fair, you could have a deaf audience with YouTube.
With subtitles.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
So audio only, that's a tough one. But you could read the script. So, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the pod.
Actually, I have to say, Deej, the new AI kind of chapter breaks and stuff that come up and all that.
Yeah.
They are very, very useful. And I found them very useful this week in particular because having watched a movie that you reviewed
Mhm.
this week, I think you know because I told you, I wanted to then go back and re-listen to yours because I remember thinking, yeah, I think
Yeah.
exactly what Deej said. And now in the old days, that would have been very, very difficult unless it had been the show title
Right.
because we didn't really separate them out. But now, of course, it does.
Yeah.
So I was able to, within about 5 minutes,
Yeah.
find your review of this movie, listen to it again, obviously agree with it entirely, and then carry on.
Yeah.
So yes, it's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool because then it's like it makes it like I remember back we used to do it a long time ago. People suggested it so they could jump to their movies, but I would have to. That's why I do the originally I would be doing the where did it go that sound right there if you can hear it. That was the marker so that when I do audio only, I had a track, and wherever that sound was on the track, I knew we talked about a movie. So then I could go in and I had to manually write out all the timestamps.
Yeah.
And now the AI does that for you. I stopped doing it for a while because it's time consuming, finding them, scrubbing through and everything. And now AI just does it for you. So much so, I have to actually go back through now. I'm spending time getting rid of some. I'll get it sometimes with 45 chapters because it's like, oh, we'll talk about a movie and they'll be like, the color red in this movie, the color blue in this movie, and you're like, no, they don't need that. Just here's the breakdown of the movie. So sometimes it goes overboard, but yeah. So, but yeah, it is nice.
It is useful. It really is.
It really
I was able
is.
to find the theatrical review, the home theater review, and it just it was great.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So people,
cool.
I mean, I think there are people that are probably like me who, previously anyway, who kind of think with a podcast, an audio version, you kind of hit play and it runs, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
So it is good to know that actually there are all those chapters there,
and all
because you can then go to what you want.
Different apps are breaking it down now. It used to be I just wrote it and you'd have to scrub there, but even now on Apple, it'll have the breakdown. If you look at the timeline, it has little breaks in it, and you can scrub. And on your screen on Apple, it should tell you what chapter you're in now too. That's a new update from Apple. YouTube has been doing that for a little while now. They've had that, but they're all catching up. And it's only, it's going to enhance everybody, not just our podcast, but even Apple makes it people come back and, all right, maybe they only want to listen to that one segment of our show. That's fine. It
may well be like what I did, which is sometime later you watch that movie, you think, I'm sure someone reviewed that, and then go back to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There it is. Yep. So it was good.
Yep.
Very handy.
Exactly.
Very handy. So worth knowing.
Very handy. But you mentioned John Mensor in the chat there.
Yeah. John's
been going back and forth with him over the last week. Happy to know SVS so he was the winner of the SVS subwoofer from Movember, and as well as our speakers. And I believe our speakers are en route. Those shipped out the other day. I hit up SVS. I've been a little bit laxed in that one. And John's like, oh, the speakers are coming. And I'm like, all right, I get a hold of Nick at SVS, and I'm like, yeah, can you send this was Friday. And I said, can you send that out? I said, here's the information. He's like, all right, I'll have a tracking number for you Monday or Tuesday. And I got a text from John on Tuesday with the subwoofer sitting in his house. But he's only, like he said, an hour away from like their headquarters or something like that, or 2 hours away. So that helped. But he's going to pair that with our speakers. So that should be cool. I'm hoping to take over Tuesday with the three of us. And after John's had an opportunity to play around with it and stuff like that. But the speakers are beautiful. I've watched the back and forth, John and Ara talking about what he needs and stuff like that. So that's really panning out to be a pretty cool prize, those pairs right there. So I'm hoping to do that again next year. So maybe pair them up.
Yeah, man. Very cool.
So it was cool. It was cool. So but all right. What do we got? Anything else you want to get? What do you want? The board is open. What do you want to open with?
All right. Well, why don't we start with what a couple of people have already realized we were talking about when we were talking about the Wolves. Shall we begin with that?
Where is this? This one?
No, that's not the wolves. There are no wolves in that. In fact, in that film, no. Top left on my screen, but probably not on yours. It's looks like a kind of animated type picture. Keep going up. Nope, not that one. No wolves in that one. It's a color, Deej. The movie is a color. Keep going up. Let me see. Is that all you got? It's got more.
Oh, there we go.
There, that's it. You no,
Oh,
there.
There we go. It wasn't on the screen. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the one.
All right. Yeah, I bought this one, but I haven't watched the new.
Well,
okay.
let me whet your appetite, Deej. Okay,
Whet
ladies
away.
and gentlemen. Whet away, not W-E-T, W-H-E-T, whet. Okay, so this, ladies and gents, is The Grey on 4K UHD disc. It is, I do believe, in Dolby Vision. Unfortunately, DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 only, but upmixed to Neural X. And this is the pretty much brand new Steelbook, which came from the US. I had this brought from Canada for me, but it's just come out in the US in December, I think. And it was brought over. And of the numerous discs that were brought, this one went top of the shop, straight into the player, and I played it straight away. Now, you've seen this since I've been on the show, haven't you, Deej? Because this was
we all watched it together.
You
I
did,
thought
yes,
the three of us talked about it together. Yeah.
So the movie is and was and will ever be, in my view anyway, one of those instant modern classics. It is a really gritty, really significant survival movie. And again, there may be people that haven't seen it. So Liam Neeson is in it. He is a wolf hunter for an oil company. It's all up in Alaska, where only the absolute kind of hardest of the hard work. And he is bereft, suicidal, as we find out from the beginning, and he's experiencing an existential crisis. And he gets on a plane with a number of these roughnecks, and wouldn't you know it, the plane goes down. There are survivors. They decide to trek to safety, but they are not alone. They are being pursued by what you can see on the screen, which is a pack of fairly unpleasant wolves. So they then begin to pick them off one by one.
That's a matter of perception, Steve. I'm sure they're in a good mood. Just it appears to us as very unpleasant.
Fair enough.
They might be having a ball. They're like, watch us toy.
Well, they're eating too quickly then.
Exactly.
See
me at a buffet. If you're the buffet, you're pretty upset.
Wasn't that what one cannibal said to the other? You enjoying yourself? He said, I'm having a ball. He said, well, you're eating too quickly. Okay, anyway, so
I'll be over here.
Yeah, it's not just you with the inappropriate jokes this week, Deej.
Yeah, I warned people.
Hey, true. Okay, so
all
right. It's part survival movie, part kind of horror movie, thriller. It is exceptional. And this is one of those films that I always think a bit like The Revenant, where you can see these poor sods are not just filming this in a warehouse that's a bit chilly somewhere. They've really gone out into British Columbia, out into the freezing cold, and just filmed this. And everybody looks thoroughly miserable in the best way. So there's not a lot of acting involved in some of this, I don't think. And it looks great. So film is fantastic. Instant classic. Haven't seen it, fix it. Really should. And if you have got a 4K player and a decent surround rig, when you see it, see this version of it. It is beautifully good. It's fantastic. And right from the opening shot that it is going to be beautiful. I talked about Dogma a couple of weeks back now and said how I didn't like the grain on that, and I had issues with some of the noise in that. Now, this is a grainy film, but the grain in this is just gives it texture and gives it a look that is fantastic. It's never noisy. It's never distracting. It just looks fantastic. And this 4K disc brings it out and then some.
Yeah.
Because then you get the
There's-
HDR, which makes the snow glow, makes the shadows where you see the eyes of the wolves all that more threatening. It visually, this is leaps and bounds ahead of the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray can't hold a candle to this. It is a night and day difference. And I loved it. And there's more detail, there's better color. It's great. And I see Michael again, Piantadowski. Sorry, Mike, I'm saying it wrong, mate. Says blown away by the disc. I agree. So was I. And I was so glad this was the first of the American discs that I watched, because it was superb. Now he says here, no Atmos, no problem. Yes, I agree, because it upmixes awesomely. It's the same track as on the Blu-ray, which we talked about before, which is it's constant. You know, the wind is whipping around. You can hear the snow, the trees, and everything else. The bass during the plane crash sequence is awesome. Howling of the wolves is ever present and is very threatening. And when they growl and all that stuff, it's awesome. The whole disc is as close to reference as you can get for a movie that doesn't have Atmos, as it's possible to get. It's awesome.
So what I looked up online, I wanted to see what it was. The resolution's 4K native.
And
it's a HDR Dolby Vision. I was trying to see how it was, like how they scanned it, because dark scenes typically that's where you get heavy grain and stuff like that. But with HDR, shot for HDR using certain, you know how to shoot it, dark scenes, regardless of the camera, but how is that? Because this is a very dark movie. And they show, like, even in this picture here, I know it's a stylized picture, like animated, like you said, but they did feature like a lot of the dark scenes with the wolves' eyes and stuff like that. That's where I see, like, where people are saying, like, this is going to blow you away. How was that?
Well, it looks fantastic. I mean, you don't ever get crush. It never looks as though you're losing detail. You're only gaining it. And of course, don't forget, man, I mean, all the wolves are CG. There are no real wolves in this. Yeah. So the darkness is used. I mean, it's actually not that dark a movie. Most of this takes place in daylight, you know, and again, so you get the beautiful crisp white of the snow and then the deep red of the blood and everything else. But when you do get the dark scenes, they are gorgeous. You know, there's one particular scene where your survivors are at a campfire looking out at night, and there is a ridgeline, and on the ridgeline you can see the breath of the wolves. Now you can actually make out the silhouettes of some of those wolves in this, which you cannot on the Blu-ray. So it's not just the breath, although that's threatening enough. You can make out the just some of the faint outlines of them as well. So there is extra detail in that image that was not there, or at least not perceivable before. It's beautiful, Deej. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this video presentation for me at all. It's fantastic. And I'm so glad they spent the money to then give this a proper remaster. So highly recommended. And I don't think there's any, I mean, Jordan will tell us, but there's no sign of any UK release of this. It's a Lionsgate kind of release in the US, and they always seem to be a bit problematic coming over here. So don't wait. You love this film, and I do. You know, if you've got a colleague going over stateside, as I did, then you know, get them to get one for you. If not, order it and import it yourself, because it's very, very good indeed.
Yeah, I had it on. It was, I think it was like, oh, did I have to upgrade? I can't remember. I might have been like $4 to upgrade it to 4K.
Wow.
Because it came out on Kaleidoscape. It was like, it dropped in with Dolby Vision, the new version. That was a while ago. I think I told you about it back in December or whatever.
Yeah, it's December 9th, I think the disc dropped.
So I grabbed that. I just clicked, yep, I'll take that. So I did the upgrade. And but it's looking forward to it, especially now. But
it's great. Very, very good indeed.
All righty. Excellent. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? Or do you want to do another one?
It's up to you, man. If you've got one you want to do, or I've got more gold coming.
Let me go with this one. I'm gonna go with the one from this week. Okay. I know you have more gold. This is kind of fun, and it gets into the eyes and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Here we go. Nope, that ain't it. There we go.
Yes, I've
There
not
we
heard
go.
of this.
You hadn't heard of it. I hadn't really heard of it either. Hadn't heard much about it. We're talking Goat from K-pop Demon Hunters and Spider-Man. So it's Sony, right?
Yeah.
And it's in theaters right now. So Goat, it's about this goat that dreams of growing up and playing basketball and or whatever ball they call it. I can't. Do they even call it basketball? It's basically it's like you're living in an alternate world where these animals all compete, and it's like like animals. It isn't goats against goats. It's like instead of like we have men's hockey, women's hockey, stuff like this. It's just animals against animals, and their specialities are what make the game fun. Like you got a giraffe and you've got a hippo running into each other. It's pretty cool. But a goat is small, is tiny, and it's like, how does he compete in this sport? And how does he grow up? And it's really, really cool. It's really well done. As a movie, I thought it was a lot of fun we went, the girls are on vacation this week. So Larissa was taking them to the movies and I was on my way home from work. I'm like, yeah, I'll meet you there. And the girls liked it. And it's a great message for kids. We talked about it afterwards. And, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's like, I want to say there's like a bunch of different messages in it. It's like the underdog message, the persistent, don't let people tell you can or can't do it, stuff like that. So, but home theater wise, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not saying rush out and see in the theater, especially now. It was pretty busy. They were all sold out. She tried to take them to this a bunch of times and it was sold out around here. It's like, unless you want to sit in the front row, right? And it was, but see it at home, and the home theater experience, I think, is going to be really, really good. I think the basin, it's going to be a lot of fun. We saw it in a decent theater. It wasn't my normal theater, and they actually had a huge, it's a big theater, but a 16:9 screen. And it had the bars across the top and bottom, and the projection system was actually really good. That the dark bars at the top and bottom weren't too bad. They weren't that really gray. It was really, really nice. So that was nice. At home, this should be really good. Of course, it's a Sony, Sony. It's going to be a Sony disc, so I would expect nothing but the best out of that. The colors in it are super vibrant. It's animated, so the contrast and the vibrancy is going to be amazing. But the audio too, I thought, because there's a lot of, quote unquote basketball scenes, and there's a lot of weird stuff going on, different environments. Some home courts have lava, some other home courts have ice. So you have a whole bunch of stuff going on, not just visually, but audibly as well, and different reasons to have good bass, crowd noise all around, crazy crowds because it's all different animals and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. There was one scene that didn't pan out, and I was hoping it did. And there's a scene in the middle of the movie where they're playing cards. All right. And there's a line early on about the goat. His name's William.
So he's a billy goat.
Bingo. Yeah. And that's in the you'll see in the movie when you see it, but I'll give it away. Right at the very beginning of the movie, his mom calls him Billy. And that's the only time. Everybody else calls him William. So he is a billy goat. But then they do a whole bunch of jokes on the whole, what goats eat and stuff like that. It's really fun. But anyways, he's supposed to be really observant. And he's playing cards, and they keep going around, and he's got his hand, and they keep looking at all the other characters, and they keep showing their eyes, and I'm looking at the glint in their eyes, and I'm like going, I'm looking at it going, oh my God, are they going to show you that he could see the cards? Because I swear in the eye, and they never did it. I was like, damn. But if anybody sees this, look in the eyes and see if they did that. Like if you could see the reflection of the cards, because I could see the animators doing that. Like, okay, let's put the reflection in there. You know, just animators could do anything they want just for fun. So I thought that's where the story was going to go. Like he knew what everybody had by reading their eyes, but it never played out. So it's not a spoiler. It's an anti-spoiler. Don't look for that, but look for it. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was good. Definitely worth, like, if you've got a little one, or even, you know, I would say, honestly, I think like teens in that area, too cool for school, that they'd think for this.
What about big kids, Deej?
Big kids will love it. Big kids will have fun with it. I'm saying 18 and over, you'd probably have a decent time with it. I'm saying that, like, you know, 13 to 17, it's like, and they'll be like, that's stupid, you know.
Yeah,
but under that, you'd get the gist and have a lot of fun with it.
So I mean, I didn't even realize it had been out here. So again, good old Jordan. So he said he watched Go to his local cinema. Plot is standard for a sports film. Yeah, but they all are.
Yeah.
It still ends up being a great film. Awesome animation, visuals, and extremely funny comedy with a capital C.
Yeah.
So must be good.
Yeah. Yeah. There's parts of this where you go, okay, that's from Major League, or okay, that's from this movie. You know, it's all of that. So the storyline underneath of, like, there were parts where I was like, okay, they kind of jumped right to this part. They didn't really develop much, but that's not what you're there for. You're there for the overall message at the end. It's like, I would have liked a little bit more on that, but yeah, it's a little.
And are those prairie dogs bottom left?
Probably prairie dogs or hamsters or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah,
that's
cute.
To be fair, that's his landlord. The goat's landlord. And it's like, and those are all his kids. So that's kind of fun.
Looks kind of cool.
Children. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh my God. There's a few adult jokes in there that I'll tell you later, but there's a few adult jokes in the movie that like kids wouldn't get it, but when you hear it, you're like, it's pretty funny. It was really funny. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
yeah, my kind of thing. I'll definitely pick that up when that drops. Definitely.
All right, cool. Yeah, sounds good. All right,
okay.
Let's see. And now, where would you like to go next?
Give me the cop thing next. Then we've got two pictures for this. Here's along top line, top. Nope, cop, other cop. LA cops, Deej, LA cops.
Oh, there you go.
That's the badger.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talk about pores. Damn. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. We've never talked about this film. I don't think
I've ever seen it.
Oh, more wetting to come then, Deej.
What?
Wetting to come.
Okay.
Not that kind of it.
Oh boy. That's okie dokie.
Right. So.
All right, here we go.
Okay. So the next disc that surfaced from Canada, which was on my little list, and came out whilst my colleague was in Canada. So it's a very new release. This one is the Steelbook of End of Watch, the David Ayer directed, Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena starring cop movie. Now, you're saying you've not seen it, Deej?
I don't think so. What year was it?
Man.
What did you say?
Oh man, I did. It's only it's not that long ago. I'll tell you now. End of what? 2012.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so not that
right
long
after The Gray.
Yes. Well,
which was
yeah,
2011.
Well, you've got Frank Grillo in The Gray, and he's also in this. So this is again a Steelbook release in the US. Colleague got it in Canada. Was worried because, as I said, it came out while she was there, and it kept selling out. And she'd pre-ordered it from Amazon, and like it was getting close to when she was coming back, and like literally the day before she was due to come back, it surfaced. So she was very glad, and so was I. Now, I really like this movie. I've seen it a number of times. I had the Blu-ray, the US Blu-ray actually, but I hadn't seen it for a while. And so when I saw this was hitting 4K, I'm like, right, that's me. I'm having that. So 4K UHD, Dolby Vision, DTS HD, Master Audio 5.1, mixed in Neural X. But I was unsure as to how good this could be on 4K disc. I'll come back to that in a minute. So the movie is, you've got two LAPD uniform officers, Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena, directed, as I say, by David Ayer, who, of course, is a native of South Central LA, which is where this is set. He, of course, wrote Training Day. And so this is that kind of movie. Now, it's the idea being these two, they're kind of local cops, and they start to get themselves into troublesome situations. It's not a lethal weapon. There are no jokes in this. This is all done for real. And both actors did ride-alongs, spent months and months and months with the LAPD. And the whole thing about this movie is verisimilitude, realness. How can we show you what, in movie land, real cop work is like? And so as the movie progresses, you begin to realize that things are about to go wrong. These two are walking themselves into a situation beyond their control. And the tension that builds is awesome. And I really like the movie, and I've never liked it as much as seeing it in this version. There's a mixture of footage in it. There's a lot of found footage. Jake Gyllenhaal's character is doing some sort of course, and as part of that, he's got to film his average day. So he's filming loads of it. So there's found footage, but you also get proper movie footage as well. So the movie's fantastic, very tense, very enjoyable. There's a slight, if you'll forgive the expression, cop out at the end, which we'll talk about if and when you've seen it, Deej. There's a very slight cop out at the end for me, but it is very, very good. And I can't recommend the movie enough. But because of this found footage trope, I was a bit reticent as to how good this would look, because I thought, well, 4K can only do so much. And if stuff's shot with high def video, there's no extra information for 4K to bring out. But of course, that's only some of it. A lot of it is shot with proper cameras. And it's at that point, then you get absolute awesomeness. And as I was watching it, there was a particular point where I saw this kind of, it's not quite a still, but he's very, very, Jake Gyllenhaal is talking to Michael Pena. They're in a convenience store. And the camera held on him for a moment. And my jaw hit the floor at the level of detail. And I thought then, no, I need to get a picture of this, because this illustrates what you and I talk about week in and week out when we talk about the detail levels
to that now.
4K can bring. Yeah, let's go for it. And here is that picture. Now, bear in mind, this is compressed on YouTube, so your detail levels will vary. But I'm hoping, because I'm looking at this on a 32-inch screen, this will give you an idea as to what we talk about when we talk about being so detailed. You can see every single pore on the actor's skin, because that's what you see there. You can see where he's missed his shave.
Yeah.
You can see just by his ear. You can see the slightly longer hairs there where he's missed the shave. You can see
the short hairs on the end of his ear. Like if you see my arrow, right in here.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And these little like freckle marks down here, right? And like the shape, like this line here, the shadow line, but still the stubble. And oh my God.
Yep. And that is taken off the screen. I haven't messed with that. Yeah. I haven't changed it. I haven't done anything. I've literally put my camera from my seating position, by the way. I haven't leant forward. That is from my seating position, taking that image. That's the kind of devil's in the detail, I suppose.
Yeah.
That sort of detail we're talking about.
The oiliness of his nose.
Yeah.
The reality, you know what I mean? Like if they make up that down or whatever, you know what I mean? Like tamp that down with powder or something and be like, it wouldn't have felt as realistic. You know,
exactly.
I mean, it's just like, and that comes through. That's obviously, I think, part of the HDR and stuff like that. The brights, the darks in here.
Yeah, and even you can see the capillaries in his eyes as well.
Yeah,
look at the kind of the red
and the capillaries.
I know you guys. Yeah, what you said. But yeah, you can see that in his eye, as well as, by the way, the reflection of the fridge, the refrigerator.
Yeah,
you can see that in both eyes. It's crazy detail. And
could you imagine now, just a little quick segue, like imagine being Jake Gyllenhaal and being like, Could you take that off the screen, please? I don't want to see myself like that, frozen in time.
Yes.
Not that
That
Jake's
must be-
sitting here. Listen, Jake, if you're out there, I'll take it down for you, buddy.
Yeah, give us a call. Give us a call. Yeah. But if you think about it, I mean, but that's one thing as an actor, as a male. Imagine as a female as well,
Oh yeah.
where you're kind of like, you see yourself in that kind of detail. You must be like, what the hell, man? I
Yeah.
never bargained for this. But this is the kind of detail you've got. And this happens again and again and again through the movie. It's stunningly detailed.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Sounds amazing. It's up next, same as the Blu-ray track, but very cool. You know, as they're driving, there's cars moving around. As they're walking along neighborhoods, you know, you can hear people flipping pigeons from Training Day, you know, letting people know the cops are there. When the bullets start flying, when the gunshots go, it's realistic, it's threatening. I would say to you, Deej, because I know you love your cop movies, if you're not sure you've seen this, I would put this to the top of your list. You absolutely should see this. Is it on Kaleidoscape? I think you've been looking, haven't you?
Yeah, it's on Kaleidoscape, but it's in 4K SDR. So that's the older version. It's not the 4K version.
No,
So,
and I mean the guys in
yeah.
the chat saying my poor wallet, and then you know Jordan saying this as well. It is absolutely worth importing, guys. And as I said, I know that you know I get that I didn't have to pay import prices on this, but I would have been happy had I done so because it's that good. The Blu-ray is long gone. You cannot watch that if you want to see this movie. See it like this. It's awesome. I can't say more than that. I was so pleased with it. Well worth picking up. And Paul Hurt saying Nightcrawler is out in 4K. Paul, that's going to be on my Todd list. So, yeah, that's that one, and then one other as well. So yeah, it's very, very good indeed, and I can't recommend it highly enough. So it's great. But Deej, do try and see it if you can, buddy.
Yeah.
It's not a long film. And you like Training Day, don't you? You can enjoy.
Oh
that.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I know you like your cop movies. This is well worth seeing. It's really, really good.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm debating though. Do I wait and see it? Like if
Yeah.
Kaleidoscape gets the update, do I buy it? I'm like, you know,
Yeah,
I mean, the 4K SDR. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know.
there is a lot of night and day shooting,
Mhm.
night vision shooting. You know, the HDR is important in this. You're not
Okay.
going to want to don't. You're better
Yeah.
off waiting and hoping that comes out than going for a kind of a diet version now. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I would wait.
Oh yeah.
I would wait. Yeah. Sorry, Van Gogh. He says so far Steve is putting movies on my list to buy. Sorry, buddy. As I said, this week it's all gold. If you're worried about your wallet, people, you might want to come back later. Because everyone I've got this week is an absolute buy. There's no duds this week.
Nice.
So yeah,
All right.
awesome. Very, very cool.
Cool. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? Here's one. People
What have we
been
got? What have we
talking.
got? What have we got? Ooh. Can't see what that is.
You can't. Oh
No.
my god. Oh my god. Let me see. You can't see that?
I can see something, but I can't tell what it is.
Okay. That's the important part. All right. Well, here we go.
Oh, of course.
There you
Of
go.
course. Right. This is where you make me feel very jealous, Deej.
Oh, yeah. So this was so we're talking From Dusk Till Dawn on Kaleidoscape, dropped 4K with Dolby Vision, and it is the DTS Master Audio 5.1.
Okay.
But do you know if does the disc have the Atmos? Do you know?
It's not out in 4K disc yet, Deej.
Not yet, but I didn't know
No.
if they knew it was coming with that.
Yeah, I must admit, I don't know. Jordan might be able to help with that. I've got the Blu-ray from a few years ago that had the Full Tilt Boogie documentary with it. So come on, Deej, tell me it's awesome.
Oh my god, the image quality on this is amazing. It's awesome.
Whoa.
It's like seeing the movie again for the first time. And it was I've seen this. I've started this. I love this movie. Loved it when it came out. Saw it in the theater multiple times. Had the laser disc. Watched it multiple times. I've seen it so much that I've tried to watch it again and again over the years. I tried to do a standalone on it, but all I had was a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And I'd start it, and then knowing the movie, I lost interest because it's the once you know the whole movie, it's not as fun, right? The first time you see this movie is the best time, but it is still fun. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've seen it so much that it's like, all right, I'll start it. And it just didn't hold my interest. This one, kind of like another one we're going to talk about that you saw that I said the same thing about. Well, this one is the same idea. It's the beginning of this movie because it's basically two movies in one, right? You have the beginning of the movie and then everything changes. And then it's the detail in it is so good. It's the contrast, talk about the pores, their faces, George Clooney's face, Quentin Tarantino's face, the look when they do those close-ups, the close-up on the poor woman that they take to the hotel, they kidnap, the close-ups on that, you could see the fear in their face. George Clooney, when they show him and his like disdain for Quentin Tarantino's character, right, for his brother, like, what are you doing? So good. You know, the scene when he comes back, I was so excited watching this movie, just being my memories of this. On Laserdisc, you could go frame by frame if you had the right Laserdisc player, right? So you could literally, it had a dial on it, frame by frame. They end up showing you everything anyways, but the frame by frame, when George Clooney comes back to the hotel and opens the door to the bedroom in the hotel and you see his face and all they do is flash, it's a single frame image on the screen. It might be two frames because a single frame, I don't know, you'd see, but you know what I mean? Like bang.
Yeah.
So you were like, I already knew what it was. I'd seen it in the theater, but it was just still fun to see those frozen. You can't do that. Kaleidoscape doesn't have that. You have to time it perfectly, and it ain't happening. So I've been asking them, can we get that? And they're like, yeah, we'll work on it once enough people order it. But yeah, so it is so gorgeous. So, and then when the movie does change, kind of holds up. Like, it's almost like too good. You're like, all right, there's some, I see what you did there. And
it was all mostly practical though. So it should hold up.
Well, that's what I mean. Oh, my arm, you know, it's like, no, it didn't work. Yeah. The audio in this, fantastic. I don't know if it's a new, 5.1 mix.
What is the codec again, Deej? Sorry, you did say
DTS Master Audio. It's not Atmos, so it's DTS Master Audio 5.1. And it with our up mixing, it is awesome. It is. There is so much like play with the speakers around the room, especially when they get to the end scene and they're talking about, they're in the bar. If you want to say, or the last half, you hear stuff going around. But even before that, the TV, I believe it's like you hear stuff on the TV on one side of the room whether they're in the hotel or they're in the motorhome. You hear different things. The scene where who was it? That was the cop at the border patrol, and he's like, you hear it at the back. Yeah, you hear it at the back of the RV. That moves to the back. Their dialogues, the guy, like whoever's on screen, sometimes somebody will talk off camera. That works. The spoilers for people, there's bats in this, okay? Outside of the building, that was awesome. That was amazing. Like, it felt like, because it's bats outside of the building, it felt like the bats were outside this building, and it was like all around you, not just like up where my speakers are or anything like that. I mean, it was awesome. And then when they come through, they just, lots of fun. This movie, it's so much fun. I can't wait for people to get it. It's just,
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, it's a day one purchase for me. wherever
It's a
it comes
great
out.
movie anyways,
It is,
but
yeah,
it's like seeing it over again. And you're like, I feel like today the kids today, they'll be like, yeah, so what? Yeah, this was a big deal back then.
it's huge.
It was like, because at the beginning, the first half of the movie, we have a bunch of those, right? It felt like, and Juliette Lewis was in one of them, which was the, with Woody Harrelson, which one, Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Right. So it feels like it's going in that direction because you had that. What was the other one? California with the kid. Was that one another one?
Yeah, with the K with Michael Dudikoff.
Yeah.
Duchovny. Sorry,
Michael Duchovny.
David Duchovny. David Duchovny. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
David
And
Duchovny.
Brad Pitt.
Yep. We had this and then a little bit of like True Romance was kind of that way with so you have that whole genre going on then, and then they open this movie that way and it leads you in that direction and you're like, all right. And you're just thinking Dusk Till Dawn, like they even play the title into the beginning part of the movie. You'd think that's what Dusk Till Dawn means. And then, wow, you're like, what?
Did you know the twist before you saw it?
Not the first time. No, I saw it like right at the beginning. Like I saw it in the theater before it could get spoiled. So yeah.
I'd read the Fangoria articles and the Cinefex stuff and all that. So I knew what was coming. It was like there was no surprise for me, unfortunately, but it was still great. And what was fun about the first time I saw it, I think I said to you a couple of weeks ago, I saw it with a professional rugby player, big hulky guy, and he did not know what was coming. And, he squealed like a little girl when it did happen. And it was fun, everyone else in the audience who clearly didn't know it either.
Yeah.
And so, that was a lot of fun. Listening to people lose their minds when they realize what actually this movie is. But of course, because of when this was filmed, there are crossover characters left and right. Obviously, Michael Parks plays a Texas Ranger in this, or a sheriff. And the movie that you're going to watch, hopefully, for next week, it's the same character.
Oh.
It's the same person. It's the same one.
Oh, really?
Yes. So number one. Yes.
Okay.
It is the same character. It's the same played by the same actor, same character.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because of course, Tarantino and absolutely loved Michael Parks. So,
well, a lot of those Tarantino had his hand in quite a few of those too. Like even True Romance, he wrote, I believe.
Yes.
That was his first movie that got made that he wrote, wasn't it? If I remember
that
right.
He didn't direct himself.
I think it was his first movie that had his name on it. I don't think was there anything before that with his name on it.
I'm not an expert.
I think it was after that he got to direct his own. If I remember right.
Was it?
I thought True Romance was the first one. Like he wrote it, it had success, and then it was like, okay, we'll let you do yours, if I remember right.
Man, do you know what? I'm not sure. Yeah, so he wrote From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
Look, man.
When was True Romance?
Okay, so let's see.
I love that movie too.
Yeah, it's good. It is right. So So Reservoir Dogs was first in 92.
That's the one. Yep. There you go.
True Romance 93.
Yeah, that's the
Pulp
one.
Fiction 94.
Yep.
Did the story for Natural Born Killers 94.
Mm-hmm.
And then does the screenplay 96 Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Pulp Fiction was what, 95?
94.
Oh, 94 was Pulp Fiction?
Romance. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, according to IMDb, which must be right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How did I forget Reservoir Dogs came before True Romance?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. That's where he kind of made it.
Yeah.
And then
that was
suddenly everything.
But it was the success of like everything he put out was like gold.
Yeah.
Or I don't even know if you'd say that in the grand scheme of things, right? But it huge quote cult following, right? Like anybody that saw it loved it, but I don't know if they necessarily took off box office wise. But then it had enough of staying power that they were okay. Now he's literally like a legend. Like, okay, do what you want.
Well, he's some of the shine has come off his star in the last 18 months or so. But that's a separate whole other thing we won't get into.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is capable of some incredible stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, he's very good in this as one of the Gecko brothers. But then Clooney is just on another level in this. Bear in mind, you've got Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, very good actors. And yet, excuse me, Clooney is the MVP of this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's so charming.
He's charming, but he's quote unquote kind of like a bad guy, but you still love, like, he's an awful guy.
Yeah, he is, but he's so
But
cool.
you love him.
Yeah.
It's like
endlessly.
But that's Clooney too, right? Like
Yeah.
he can play the baddest bad guy, and you're gonna love him, you know.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, and so quotable. The was it because I've got 6 little friends and they can all run faster than
you. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And my personal favorite, that happens to be a matter of opinion, and I don't give an F about yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that too.
Yeah.
He's great in this.
Oh, when he knocks out Quentin Tarantino, and then he comes to, I don't know what happened. You just passed out.
Yeah, it's just so good.
Oh God.
One mean mother effing servant of God. It's just, it's so good. So good.
So good.
I can't wait to get this DJ. I'm very jealous that you got it. I cannot wait.
It's a good time. It is a good time. That's for sure.
Great movie. I may not be able to wait. I might have to just dig out my Blu-ray and rewatch it.
Yeah, it is fun. And that's the thing. But like I said, I'm like, when you see it in the HDR 4K, it's like, I don't know. Did they upgrade the audio too? I don't know. But it is really, really good.
It's one of my favorite Robert Rodriguez movies. I mean, I really like Desperado, obviously.
Yeah. Desperado's great.
Dust Till Dawn is just awesome. So good in that.
So crazy.
Truly firing on all cylinders. And Cheech Marin is awesome in it as well. With his sales pitch, shall we say, is very funny.
Oh yeah, it's like it's like he kind of does like an auctioneer voice, like
yes,
right, yeah. You can't. We can't say that here.
No.
Oh, and then what? The last one where he looks at the camera, he's like, oh God. Oh, so good, so good. All right, what do you got next?
All right, let's do. Well, should we touch base then? Because we're going to do it. Let's do Pause 2, the sequel, and go back to your cop movie that you were going to show that you talked about a couple of weeks ago.
This one,
just so I can tell everyone how right you were.
Oh, so which?
All
right,
yeah, the one you just put up.
This one.
Yeah, that's it.
You want to do this?
Yeah, because I want to tell them how right you were, and then some.
On this one, and then there's another one I was right about.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's 2 pictures of this one as well, Deej, as well.
Oh, is there?
Another Pause picture of this one. Yeah.
This one.
I labeled it. That's what, I labeled it Pause 2, the sequel. Pause Spielberg.
Got it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Jokes abound.
Okay, everybody. So we did talk about this a couple of weeks ago. Apologies for the picture. That is the menu. This is once again Minority Report on 4K UHD disc and a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. Mr. Neuralex, apologies. My voice really has started to go. So what Deej reviewed it a couple of weeks ago on Kaleidoscape. At that point, I hadn't had a chance to watch the disc. I rewatched it late last week, I think it was. And I just wanted to say, wow. Even with your review, Deej, which was effusive in its praise, I wasn't ready for how good this looked and indeed sounded. This again, we talk about Dust Till Dawn. I think this is like watching the movie for the very first time. This movie appears to have been shot for 4K and HDR before 4K and HDR were a thing. The detail levels on it are phenomenal. It is 3-dimensional from start to finish. And the sequence that I don't think you mentioned, because you did say, oh, watch it, and you'll remind me about certain sequences.
Yeah.
The one that stood out to me over and above all the others that you mentioned, which were all perfect and great, is the greenhouse sequence.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as it goes over the wall and all the detail in the plants, the flowers, and as he's then moving into the greenhouse, my jaw was on the floor. Yeah. I was like, this is phenomenal. It three-dimensional to all hell, so much detail. It was just stupendously good.
Yeah.
It just carried on and on and on and on and on. Somehow the kind of the bleached out shooting style, Janusz Kaminski's shooting style, just seems perfect for 4K.
Yeah.
It seems to be kind of a match made in heaven before.
Well, I think, like I said, I think it enhanced the 4K and the HDR enhances that style.
Yeah, by miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really does. The only slight nitpick I might do is it does, like the freeway chasing does look like a video game now.
Yeah.
You know, that's very, very, you know, the CG stands out a mile in that, but everything else is awesome on it. And I love the video, the audio, when the ships are coming over and the various kind of cops are dropping down, all that's right around the room. When he's walking, you can hear all the people all around you, the various voices sort of saying, "Oh, John Anderton, buy this, buy that." That's all around the room.
Yep.
It is a reference version of this movie. And I did get another still because I was pausing myself on this. So if you want to just chuck that one up, Deej, as well, just so people can see.
Yep.
I'm not going to do this all the time. It's just, again, this just stood out to me. Now look at that.
Yeah.
Again, in terms of detail, and again, HDR. Look at the way he the kind of the markings on his shoulder, on his right shoulder there.
Right
Look
here.
at how they disappear into the darkness.
Yeah.
And you can see the gradations as it goes.
Yep.
Now that shadow detail, obviously it's, off a screen, but
Right. Yeah. People are like, I'm looking at it on the screen in front of me to this side, but the one over on here that actually has the image, I could see way more detail. So that's just two right here. Who knows what you're looking at home, but the gradation from here and you could see the perforations in the material.
Right down into the darkness.
Yeah, exactly. Right down into here. And then, look at the reflection in the glass, though. You got a reflection of something that he's looking at, but then you still see the pores in his face and stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It was just, I was flabbergasted by it. I mean, again, you were really, and a grainy movie that still just looks amazing. So you were effusive in your praise, and yet it still blew me away.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's good. Because that's what you're afraid of when you're like, oh, I love it. Yeah, but, it's like, was it that good? But
no, it is for sure. And Jordan agrees as well. 4K disc is a must-buy, amazing upgrade. I agree. This was worth waiting for without realizing I was really waiting for it.
Yeah.
So just fantastic.
I didn't know I wanted it, and there it is.
Yeah. But there's no, it's literally there is no going back. The Blu-ray now is talk about dead to me.
It's a coaster.
You'd be like, it'd be like cutting your arm off. It's like, why?
Oh yeah. Just like, why would I go back? It's like, and that's the thing. It's like the shooting style. It's like we just didn't have the technology to take advantage of what that shooting style was. We got the best representation that we could. But it's like any movie back in the 80s and stuff, and we're watching it at home in what is it? 480 or something, right? And you're like, oh, great, 480 on a 20-inch television. That's exactly what the director intended, It never mind HDR and the gradation of shadows and stuff. We didn't have the technology. Now we do. And to think that Blu-ray, we had the technology. We're like, this is the best it's ever looked. And then you're like, oh my God, this is the best it's ever looked. We keep going. And is it going to be possible to pull something out of this that we haven't seen before in the future?
Well, this is what's making me wonder. Do you think that, because Spielberg is close friends with George Lucas. Now, George has stepped away a bit of late, but I think he still keeps his finger on the pulse. This movie's from 2002. So 24 years ago. Mm-hmm. Do you think even back then, I'm going to credit Spielberg with it, but it could be Janusz Kaminski because he was the cinematographer. Do you think even back then he was aware that there was more detail in that image than current technology would display, and that someday he would be able to show it better than what he was showing, do you think, or not?
Yes. Yeah. And that, and I'll use our buddy, John Thompson.
Yeah.
John and I, that literally how we became friends was our arguments over physical media versus Kaleidoscape versus streaming. And our conversations were, I mean, we had an epic on phone argument, not mad, but literally going back and forth with each other. And it was probably, you know this story, but it's probably like 3 hours into this. And it finally dawns on me. I'm like, we're both right. But, and this, I'll get to it, but this answers your question, Steve. What he was talking about was the mezzanine file, was not even the mezzanine file. Before that, the film, knowing how good things can look. And if you know that, and John has that knowledge, if you know that, and then you go back to watching a disc, I don't care if it's Kaleidoscape or the best discs ever been printed. If you go to that and you're going, this isn't as good as what the film can do, or what the, you know, the actual best digital file they have, what it can do, they know it. Now, I would say, and even John, I think, would say too, we're getting closer to tapping out, you know, capping it off. Like, there's not much more we can get. John and I touch on it a little bit. Like, film, there is no resolution. There is no 8K, 16K, whatever. It's film, right? So it's, I don't want to say it's infinite, but it's what you can, the better resolution and the better HDR interpolation you can get is going to be, is only going to enhance what is on that film, right? So yes, I would say that they knew then that this isn't exactly it, but those are the compromises that you have to make. And they were probably saying, well, yeah, if you didn't see it in theater, but this is the best way you could see it at home. Only thing better than this is to literally have a perfect, you know, copy of film and reel to reel and run it yourself in the perfect conditions in your home. But now we're getting the benefit of that.
Yeah.
Now, how much better can it get? That's the next question. I'll never say never. I'll never say like, oh, this is it, because we've seen too much, right? So who knows? But yeah, I do think they knew, but they had to compromise. There was, the masses didn't have the tech. And now we're getting it, you know, so much so that it's actually at times better than what you get at the theater.
Well, there's no question that when we watch something like Lawrence of Arabia, you know, that we are seeing a better version at home, at least in the main, than 99.99999% of people back when it was shot. I mean, someone will say, yeah, but that's 70 millimeter. And if you saw that on a 70 mil projector back in the day, you'd have been blown away. Well, maybe, but 99.999% of the populace were not seeing it like that.
Right.
So when we see movies like that now, and someone's already mentioned Ben-Hur in the chat, another one on my Anderson list, because it's not out here till the end of March, and it's out there, I think, yesterday, day before. You know, those movies.
Kaleidoscape yet. Let me look and see.
Yeah. So
not yet. Still in HD.
Okay, so those are the kind of movies that, you know, you just didn't see them like that back in the day, and now you can.
No. Yeah.
And we've got these access to unlock them. I mean, Spartacus looks absolutely stunning in 4K. Yeah. Ten Commandments does as well. I can't wait to get my hands on Ben-Hur. As I said, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, Ten Commandments. We've said them all, like Lawrence of Arabia, like Spartacus.
Gandhi as well is just stunning.
Casablanca, Psycho, all of these, even the, like the black and white, like Casablanca was like 3D.
Yeah,
it looks so good. The scenes in the bar and they're walking through, and this is back like, and I remember reviewing that and saying, like, it's a no-no in movies for like the characters to be smoking because you have continuity. Like if you do a cut, that's not going to be, but they were doing it, and the smoke in the air in that room gave that level of dimensionality, whatever. The 3D-ness. I'm a car painter. Who am I trying to be?
Depth of field.
Yeah. I'm like, but yeah, exactly. Depth to did. That's a deep cut from Brightside Chat. Hey, John. Oh God. But yeah, because some characters closer to the screen are smoking, and some, and then they'd walk through and it'd waft, and you would see that. And this is all in black and white, which is, like I've said before, the black and white it's literally the foundation of everything in HDR. So you don't, the color is just an overlay to tell you that, oh, this is red, but everything is based in. So that's where your 3D-ness is going to come in. And it was amazing. I don't think anybody ever saw it like that in the theaters, Casablanca, that is. So, yeah.
Again, PF says the new Ben Hur is jaw-droppingly good, an amazing upgrade.
Oh, PF made it. Oh, he said he has troubles getting here on Thursdays. Hey,
yeah, he's a bowling league.
Yeah.
And then Nelson says the same thing. Absolutely a work of art on 4K disc. See, this is the thing. We don't get it in the UK till right at the end of March. Yeah. But if Todd's here before then, and if I can,
well, at the very least,
will.
Even if you don't meet up with them, just have them put them in a locker in a bus station or something, and then you get to that bus station or something.
Like James Bond.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you'd hate to be like, oh, I didn't get to meet up with you. Then what's he gonna do? Mail them to you? It's just easier to go somewhere and
put them under a park bench and have some
you guys should do that anyways.
Yeah.
It'll be in the trash barrel in the park.
No, because knowing my luck, some sod will come and empty the bin just before I get there.
Yeah, exactly.
We're chasing it all over London. Be like the opening of Tomb Raider.
You got to put a tracker in it.
On the bike.
Where'd it go? Oh, it's doing 60 miles an hour. I'm sorry, 100 kilometers down.
Yeah, no, miles to us, miles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All righty then. Let's see. What do we? What do you want to? We got 13 minutes.
Okay. I would like to do the one that you put up initially there in the middle there. The one just toward the right of the middle. That makes sense. No, next one to that. Next one to that.
Yeah.
No, other side. No, other side. Each other side. We'll do that next week. That one.
Oh, this one. Oh, yes. Okay. All right.
I said it's all gold.
It's all gold.
And this is a masterpiece.
Let me wrap up because it's kind of
do yours, man.
Let me do my quick one. What we got here?
You ain't seen nothing yet. Those complaining about expensive weeks.
So I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
because this was fun. All right. So this is. Let's see. These go together. This goes along with my love of hockey, love of the Olympics, love of sports. This is how I I wouldn't say fell in love with hockey, but Miracle. This is the Netflix special. Miracle, the Boys of 80 is called. It's from this year, just came out, 2026. It's an hour and 41 minutes long. Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, documentary style, and they get all the guys together that are still with us, and they basically rehash and relive watching old clips and stuff like that. This year in your theater or in your best room in your house for this, it's not necessarily necessary, but it's a lot of fun because they show the old footage and you're literally like, it's an A/B fest the whole time because it is shot like basically 4K Dolby Vision. And when they show the players or the people on today, everything is gorgeous. It's like crisp, it's clean. The emotion in their face. There's one with Mike Eruzione is just watching. It's not even a clip from the game. It's his family they had a clip of, and he's getting choked up. But you're seeing these players today and the emotion in their face, how crisp it is. But then on your screen, and it's, we all have pretty big screens, and I'm sitting, I'm sitting like 6 feet away from this 175-inch screen, and they go to a boom. Here's a clip from 1980, and 280 resolution. You're like, oh my god, like that is awful. So but it was a lot of fun. Okay, I love the story, all of that. So after this, it makes you go to nope, not that one. There we go, that way. Miracle. This one, in my opinion, needs. This is the Kurt Russell. Yep. Yeah. Kurt Russell movie. And this one really needs 4K. Jumping from Miracle, the Netflix special, to this one, the HD, it's in HD on Kaleidoscape. It is great. Love it. The scenes of when they win, the actual hockey games, they're so well shot, so well done. They look fantastic compared to the real clips that you get in the Netflix special. But it is, after watching the Netflix special, it is like hazy and everything like that. So it's 1080, right? And you don't have HDR. It is pretty vibrant though. The players, the uniforms, everything like that. The audio was really good. It was, you got the surround and stuff, but this for me is more of an emotional movie, and I don't want to get into it. We don't have that kind of time. But
prepare to get excited then, Deej. So Paul F says, great pick, DJ. We should do a takeover Tuesday. I know many of these guys personally from filming so many events in LP with them. Great bunch of guys.
Yes. I've met a few of them myself. I don't know them. I wouldn't say that, but I've met them through, USA Hockey. Even in Boston itself, there's quite a few of them have been in and around Erozione. Jim Craig was around here for a while, played for the Bruins actually, which was funny because I was 10 at the time and I'm like, oh, he's going to the Bruins. And it's like, he didn't go for a few years, but it's like, oh, all right, he's going to be a Bruin. Because you just think as a kid, all the good players go to your team, right? Yeah. So the backstory, but yes, every time I've run into one of them and had the opportunity to interact with them, I don't run up to them like, hi, nice to meet you. I've been around them. They're great, great guys, which is pretty much the thing with hockey players anyways, and very rarely do you run into a hockey player and go, what a dick. They're usually pretty nice guys.
Well, no, because they'll just knock you out. It's hockey.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yes, so that was a lot of fun. Great movie and a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm not going to get choked up.
I've never seen it.
Of course you haven't. Doesn't mean anything to you. You don't even have a hockey team.
No, although the city where I live has got, they do have a team in an ice hockey league. There has been talk of maybe going to see a game. I won't have a clue what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of like soccer, except instead of a ball, it's a flat little puck. They call it a puck. And you put the puck in the net. That's it. Same as soccer. Same idea. Only in this one, Steve, you're going to like it. It's kind of like a horror movie. You get to hit the people.
Cool.
Hard.
What if there's no one there called a net?
What if there's no one called it?
Yeah, you said you can put the puck in a net.
A net?
I hope she doesn't mind.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Moving on.
Yeah, that was a joke earlier. So, all right, you ready to get to yours here?
Oh, please.
Look at you. We're probably going to run late. Your voice is holding out. We're having a ball.
Touch wood.
Get there. All right. Don't.
Oh, this has got to be this one. I have to.
Don't stumble across the finish line like that.
No.
Like the power walker that Rich Keith crashed and pooped his pants. All right, here we go. Don't do that, Steve.
I won't. I promise. So you're not going to know this. I tell you what. Is there anyone in the chat who can say what movie this is from that still? I don't know if there is or not. We'll find out. Jordan might do. But anyway, so this, before I say the title, whilst we give people in the chat the chance to guess, was another one of the movies that arrived from my colleague from Canada. And this was the first movie I put on the list. And I said to her, even if you can't get The Grey, can't get End of Watch, can't get anything else, get this. And good old Paul F. correctly says, No Country for Old Men. The Criterion release, about which there has been some discussion of late, where this has come out in the US. It's not available here. Now, No Country for Old Men as a movie was an instant 5-star, inarguable, in my opinion, masterpiece. From second one to the very end, for me, No Country for Old Men is probably a perfect movie. And it's a film that I absolutely adore. I love the film. I've seen it many times. And so when I realized, and I only realized recently, that Criterion had done a 4K release in the US. So 4K UHD, DTS HD 5.1 master audio, upmixed. As soon as I saw this was out, as I said, top of the list. Now, what about the movie, Deej? I'm assuming you've seen it multiple times. We all have, haven't we?
Yeah, but not recent. Like, I saw it multiple times when it came out, or like I saw it in theaters, and then I saw it. I own it in HD, but it's not one I've been replaying. No way, and I don't know why, because it's not even that long. I don't know why.
No. Yeah, it's
I don't. It's
yeah, it's not your 3 hour plus types.
No,
it's not like that long, but I think it is over 2 hours, but not crazily so.
But like Tommy Lee Jones and Brolin, awesome.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson. I mean, I just, it's funny you bring it up, and now I'm like, all right, I should go back and see this again. I don't know why it just never I never sat down and went, all right, I got to see that again.
Yeah. It's an absolute masterpiece. It really is fantastic and well worth, making the time to see. 122 minutes. Thanks, Steve. Thank you, buddy. So, and I mean, all those mentioned, you didn't mention the most important person, Javier Bardem, of course, as Anton Chigurh, who is fantastic in this.
I couldn't remember what his name was.
Yeah, no, I know. No one.
I'm like, Javier. Well,
because
I went with what I know.
Yes, yeah, that's okay. That's all right. It's all good. It's all good. So,
Steve, you're making me nervous again.
Don't get nervous. So, famously though, Javier Bardem, when he was told about, he was shown a picture of someone from the late 70s, early 80s, with the hair that he wears in the movie, and that's real hair. That's not a wig. And when he was shown that hairstyle, famously said to the Coen brothers, it's like, oh, great. Now I'm not going to get, as it were, for 2 months. And wasn't happy. But anyway, that's when they knew it was going to be great. So, anyway, movie's fantastic. Watching it this time, loved it, as I knew I would. Now, there has been talk, of course, recently of Criterion with Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
And maybe not producing the best of discs. I am here to tell you, whatever else they may have done in the past, whatever else they might do in the future, to my eyes, the video quality on this is perfect. And I don't mean normal perfect. It is perfect. And
nice.
The way the film is shot is clearly designed for 4K or whatever else it might be to bring out the perfection of the video. Because this is shot with a quiet lens. Everything it's Roger Deakins, isn't it? That DP'd it. And so it's a quiet lens, locked off lenses for long sequences. Yeah. It's not moving. Yeah, and the camera just sits on the cragginess of Tommy Lee Jones, excuse me, the western vistas, the Texan scrubland, and it just looks mesmerizing. It is perfect. Any superlative I give cannot be beaten by perfect. That is what this is. It's stunning, and it's three-dimensional. It just is beautiful, and I cannot fathom how this film could look better than it does in this version. And as I said, I've seen it many times. Nothing beats this. Nothing in terms of this movie.
Right.
The audio is the same as before, but the audio is no slouch. There is gunfire in this. There are unusual silencers on shotguns that sound amazing. Yeah. All the stuff that's in here. When Josh Brolin is walking across the kind of the desert, you can hear the wind, you can hear distant kind of rumbling of thunder. It all sounds great. But the reason to buy this is the video. I can't say it better than perfect. It's stunning. And I just, buy this version, everyone. Yeah. Like the movie like I do. This is the only version to get.
Yeah. and it's funny because you open with Criterion, and they're topically right now they're under fire with John, and I understand what John's saying, and I think this is what John is getting at right now. What's interesting is while you're talking, I try to look it up to see what it was, and I'm like, it is, it just says native 4K. I looked on Blu-ray.com, HDR, Dolby Vision, HDR10. And, it doesn't say what version of Dolby Vision you're getting or anything like that. And that's what John's contention was with Eyes Wide Shut. A lot of people about Eyes Wide Shut were saying the same thing you're saying. And what John is saying is, okay, but it could be better. And then everybody's argument is, not to me. Well, okay, right? Now, it'd be interesting to hear from John, and he'll let us know what this is. It could be that this is probably in 12-bit like you would want, and then this is the best possible of today. But it's also possible that it's in 10-bit and our systems couldn't really maybe, we don't see the difference, and it could have that much more depth. You don't know. But that's what John's point is. And I would say that this is, judging by what you're saying, it's probably 12-bit, right? Yeah. And that's John's point. Why didn't they do what they did with this with Eyes Wide Shut? Right. So it's like, that's the idea. It's like Criterion's known for this. It's like a Sony disc coming out and saying it looks flat. You're like, what are you doing? So it's not that Criterion is bad. It's like, what did they do on this one particular movie that really deserved it? That basically what sounds like got the treatment here, the good, so hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that I would that I would be able to spot. I mean, look, I only got a 75-inch screen, but I am sat relatively close to it, and it is a very, very, very good screen even now. But I would like to think I would spot issues, even, and I appreciate on a screen that size. But as I say, as someone who we talk about a lot of movies, you and I see a lot of 4K discs and 4K presentations, be that disc or Kaleidoscape. And I would like to think, with the number of them you and I have seen, that by now we are approaching a very critical eye.
Yeah.
And
can
absolutely see deficiencies. And I'm certainly, to my eyes, and I was looking closely, I can see nothing wrong with this image. This, to me, again, we can only talk about our own perception. For all I know, I'm blind. I may be seeing this different to you. It is all in black and white, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who knows? But to my eyes, this is perfect.
Absolutely.
And it's beautiful.
And that's, and it's our perception is what is all we have. Yeah. And to the degree that, and that's the part that's funny, is like John's perception is all he has. Imagine what he's perceived through his lifetime, and that's where he gets his opinions from, and then people are going to argue with that. Yeah, well, it's like he's seen perfection, so he knows, and people, and he's not even saying he's seen perfection because of his system. He's saying he's just seen it, right? Like, because of the work he's done. He knows what it's supposed to be. So when he can make a call like that and go, oh, this could be better, or this could, he's the professional. He knows this stuff. I remember working with my brother-in-law as a mechanic, and he'd reach down into a motor with his head faced towards the ceiling because he can't reach. And he just reach down and touch something and be like, all right, get me the 10 millimeter. Just by touching the bolt, he knows it's not 9, it's not 11, it's a 10 millimeter, because he's got that feeling, that touch, right? He understands that. And it's the same thing with us when we get to this point. It's like, quality. And I use that word like the way it should be. Quality isn't a definition. Quality is like, you can't say this is a quality movie. Nothing is quality. It's what is the quality of the movie. And we know in our eyes, in our perception, we rank it accordingly. It's like, this is high quality, high end. And it's because of what we've seen and what we've experienced. And then when you drop down from that, we notice the difference. It could be only a 1% drop, but we see it, and we're going to, to our eyes. And there's people with better vision and hearing than us that see even more. Guys like, exactly. Guys like John, right? Yeah. So it's all you can go by. And, but And that's what Criterion's known for. That's why it's been out. They've been out forever, and it's what is it? Early 90s, I think they started.
Gotta be. Yeah,
something like that, right? And it's like that's what they've been known for. It's like you bought them because you know this is the best of the best, right? And we had to have that, just like and THX did the same thing. It's like, okay, this is the best way you can see this. Okay, so
well, as I say, whatever else they've done, whatever other missteps they may have made,
hey, nobody's perfect.
Perfection. Well, no, that's it. Absolutely.
Nope. I'm evidence of that.
Well, we all are, mate. We all are. But honestly, superb. And worth seeing again, Deej.
Nice.
Kaleidoscape do not get Criterion, do they? So that's why.
Well, I would imagine that it's 4K and Dolby Vision here. I just pulled it up, and DTS Master Audio 5.1, but 4K, HDR10, and Dolby Vision. So it sounds like it's the Criterion. It's probably the Criterion version.
Well worth seeing.
That'd be interesting. And I'm sure John, once he hears this, he'll hit us up and let us know.
Yeah, well, I hope he does, because if it is only 10-bit, I'd like to know that. Even then, I would still say some films are going to flag that up more than others.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a quiet lens. There's not a lot of moving around. It's all very calm, which I then can only think means that the technical quality of the image perhaps then doesn't have the same issues that a movie with lots of moving, lots of writhing bodies in the case of Eyes Wide Shut might then look a bit different. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But,
I know.
Possibly.
All righty.
All right. There we go. All gold tonight. All gold.
All gold. Stay gold, pony boy. All right. And we have a bunch left for next week. I can't wait to get to this one here. That's a good one.
Lots to talk about as a film.
Yeah.
As well as the presentation.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the presentation, the film, that one. We have this one. Everybody at home's like, we're giving you, I can't wait for you to hear your take on this. It's kind of like your take on Minority Report, maybe in a different direction, but you agree.
Yeah, quite. And there's one you're not going to want to ever see as long as you live. That one. Yep. You're not going to ever want to see that Deej in a million years.
No. Nope.
Again, still some great stuff. Still lots of talk.
I don't even know if I want to hear you talk about that. I might step out of the room.
No. Nothing
you go solo.
But yeah, you'd be on edge throughout that to the point where you just wouldn't relax.
I can't. I wouldn't even enjoy it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. I could relax, and I didn't particularly enjoy it. But we'll talk about that next week.
We'll talk about that later. All right. Maybe weeks down the road. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
All right. So that will do it for this week, Steve. Thanks for powering through.
Oh, man, thank you. And thanks for patience for everybody in the chat, because it has been touch and go.
Yeah.
Those listening to the audio only will not have seen the amount of coughing.
I know. When I got up this morning, I was like, because you usually text me even before I get up, and I'm like, and sometimes I'll be at work before I even look at my phone, and I'm like, I woke up right away and I went, oh, phew, he didn't say anything.
Yeah, no.
All right, we're good.
We made it.
Oh no. So, but all right. Thanks everybody. We'll be back on Tuesday, right, Steve? Are we gonna?
We'll
be back on Tuesday. Same time, 4 p.m. or thereof, as you guys know. So thanks everybody in the chat. Thanks to the patrons. Appreciate it. Get the word out. Tell everybody about us. That's what we say every week, but we're going long. So hey, thanks everybody. You know what to do.
Go push play. What he said.
That is right.
Hey, Fred.
This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.